One of the more important moments in the history of American labor unions happened on December 8, 1886, when labor organizer Samuel Gompers set up the American Federation of Labor.
In the United States, this notion of individual opportunity, of American capitalism, has often eroded the power of unions to form. That unions are necessary as industry gets big, for workers to have power.
In big companies that employ hundreds or thousands, workers lose identity and power and become indisposable, say Liebhold.
By banding together, workers had more power and could control their hiring and firing, could ask for greater wages, greater percentage of profits.
It was difficult to overcome separation of workers by gender, nationality, race, and education, says Liebhold.
The first labor unions in the United States in the late 1800s were fraternal societies. Later, skilled unions came together.
Liebhold's colleague, curator Kathleen France, thinks that unions, especially in the 20th century, were very important for working people.
Especially immigrants who came from places where they had unions in the old country in Europe and Eastern Europe.
It means that individuals did not negotiate contracts with their employers. They did so as a group.
They could afford what was called the good life. They could afford, a nice house. They could afford to send their kids to college. They could live the American dream.
France points out that many Americans were never really comfortable with unions. Membership in unions never exceeded 30% of the population. After a long decline, the role of unions has changed. Today, millennials do much of their work from home.
Dispersed workforce is often difficult to unionize. Millennials actually have, in many sectors, embraced the idea of collective bargaining and standing together in unions.
Both curators agree that unions will continue to exist. In what form, we'll see in the future.